FS Garage, coming to you today from the road. Heading out to Pennsylvania this morning to pick up a car, hopefully. See how it goes. Left pretty early. It's a Tuesday. Left at 5:45, but yet we're still in the traffic on the Cross Bronx, which that's pretty much always the case. Guess I should have left a little bit earlier, but I'm trying to get there by 11 a.m. Check out this car. The one I'm looking at today is something a little bit different for this channel. So I'm looking at an 86 Mustang GT. And I know you might be wondering why, but I've always liked the, I've always kind of liked the Fox Body Mustangs. But in the past, they were just so, they were just everywhere. And it was like, well, I'm not going to jump on that bandwagon. It's like everybody already has one. And as the years have gone by, you see them less and less, and I really like the older style with the four headlights rather than the the one-piece headlights. I like that look. So it's not all that different from with the Camaro I had in the G bodies. So this one looks pretty good. These people have had it for 7 years, I think they said, and never saw rain. Always garaged. It's dark. I think it's called dark. Nah, it's not dark. I think it's called Canyon Red. Really like that color. It's like a darkish, fiery kind of red. So still got ways to go here. Probably about another 4 hours. And once we get through this, once we get past the GW bridge, hopefully it should be good after that. So see what happens today. In the past, years ago, when I had to go out of state to pick up a car, it was usually a friend around, someone who could give you a ride there or whatever. But now that everyone's older and has kids that need to be driven to activities every day of the week, I'm on my own, so I had to rent this truck and trailer, which, while it wasn't cheap, it wasn't too bad. I think, and I did a 2-day rental just because the rental places open late and close early. And I wanted to leave early, so I had to get everything the day before, and by the time I get back home, it's going to be late tonight. So it's a 2-day rental. This is an F250 Super Duty diesel. I think it says it's a 6.7 turbo. It's a nice truck. It's almost brand new, and it's got a lot of power. It's cruising along here. I mean, it's just a trailer now, but we'll see when we put the car on. But I think it'll be fine. And then I rented, so that was from Enterprise, the truck, and the price wasn't too bad. It was like $89 a day, and they give you, I think, 250 miles free included with that for each day. 89 plus tax or whatever. And then the trailer is a U-Haul trailer. That is $55 a day. I did also have to get an Uber to take me from my house to pick up the truck, because I didn't even have anybody around to bring me to that. My wife was at work, so that's another expense. That was another like $40. So I guess it does add all up. I had to fill this thing with diesel. It was like over $100. Took a huge tank on this thing. I forget, it was like over 30 gallons. So anyway, I got about an hour more to go. Just hoping the car is as good as it looks in the pictures. Looks really good in the pictures. Spoke to the guy. His wife is the owner, but he described everything on the car, and it sounds good. It sounds really good. The only main thing not working is the AC, but all the pieces are still there. It's just It's just not working. So hopefully that is not a big deal to fix.
One is Georgia's son, love you too.
And this is the other one. Continue on I-81 south for 19 miles.
We find that
As soon as the garage door opened, I knew right away I made the right choice in driving the 5 hours or however long it took to get here. The car looked even better than I expected. So I checked everything out, went for a ride, and worked out a deal with the seller. He accepted my first offer, and I felt like it was a fair offer for both of us. Had to go to a notary for the title signing. And then we loaded the car up and I started heading back to New York. Oh. I think I hit the road around 2 in the afternoon. And a miraculous thing happens, which I had never expected, but got through the George Washington Bridge and the Cross Bronx Expressway and the Throgs Neck Bridge with no traffic at all. Tuesday at rush hour. I don't know how it happened, but I was just thankful it did, and I made great time getting home.
I can't even believe like the plastic is.
Yeah, usually the plastic on these is all faded and chalky. Look, it comes with these little fog light covers. I don't know why, but they're still there. They're
Like original?
Original.
It looks brand new.
Yeah, I know. And this is a really good towing setup. Like, you almost can't even notice you're towing a car. This thing pulls it effortlessly. This is the way you want to tow. What?
How do you see the back?
You can see through. Time I really got to drive this since I came home with it. It's been more than 20 days, but I had to wait for the DMV because I had to do the plates through the mail for the vintage plates. I got the New York Statue of Liberty plates that they had that I actually came out with in '86. And sadly, I had to put a front bracket. I had to screw it to the bumper because I guess in Pennsylvania they don't have front plates and there was no bracket. So now there's that. So drove it around local streets, highways for half an hour and drove surprisingly good. I have never driven a Fox Body Mustang before. I had a 2001 Mustang, but the heater core is bypassed, which is so common on these. So I already ordered a heater core, and I'll do the heater core and the AC all at the same time. So as far as a comparison with the other 80s cars I've owned, I always thought these were like king of the street, because back in the days when I had my IROC 5.0 TPI Camaro in the early 90s, I would get smoked by these cars constantly. Driving it today, this car is all stock. Doesn't seem any different. Seems about the same as a TPI Camaro from '86. Mine was in '86. Definitely stock Grand National would blow this away. It's got some kind of tall highway gear in it. I have to figure out, it's either like a 273 or a 308. Whichever one it is, it's like you don't even need an overdrive on the highway. I was driving in fourth gear. It was like 2200, 2300 RPM. So I have a feeling putting something like a 355 or even a 373 would really wake this car up and make it feel a lot stronger. It's got my most favorite color, probably, out of these is I always like this dark red. It's called medium canyon red, I think, and the gray interior. They also came in a red interior, and it's dark red. It's just way too much red. So I do like the contrast with the gray interior. All of the factory gauges work. The car stayed running cool the whole time I had it out. The oil pressure was good right in the middle. Charging was good. Gas gauge works, tach works, speedometer works, even the cruise control works. I think I said that.
You did.
The radio is currently not working. It's got an aftermarket head unit. The guy said if I put a fuse in it, it would work. He also gave me a box of 3 factory style Ford radios, and he said they all have some kind of an issue. So I'll see which one is the best, I guess, see if I can get it working. These things are always like ragged out, falling out, all, you know, bent out of shape. This one's in good shape. It's got the period correct louvers on it, keep the sun out. All original under here. Original airbox, original Ford cover on the distributor. And the radiator was replaced, but still got the factory radiator hose clamps on it. 1986 was the first year for the sequential fuel injection on the 5.0 liter high output V8 in the Mustang. It was rated at 200 horsepower and 285 foot-pounds of torque from the factory. Performance was claimed to be 0 to 60 miles per hour time of 6.3 seconds and 14.7 quarter mile time. Another thing that was new for '86 was a full dual exhaust system with 4 catalytic converters. And the 8.8 rear axle, which came standard with traction lock differential. These wheels carried over from '85, and they are 15-inch, and tire sizes are 225, 60, 15. I'm not sure if that's the original size, but it's close to it. A good way to differentiate a '86 from an '85 Mustang, because they're very similar, is the center high mounted third brake light, which they put in the spoiler. GTs also had the emblems on the side moldings and the hood decal. Just like the 85, the 86 had full gauge instrumentation, and all the gauges are currently working, which is nice. Another feature that was standard was this indicator section here, where it would let you know if you had a tail light, brake light out, a headlight, low washer fluid, low fuel, and a clock. This car has AC, like we said, but it's currently not working. There is pressure in the system, so I'm gonna have to see if there's some sort of electrical issue or it's just low on refrigerant. The headliner is in decent shape, although it's not perfect. It's fine for now. A couple of spots over there. It's starting to come down a little, but that's pretty standard from this era. Carpet is super clean. Everything is clean and in place. Back seat looks barely used. Seat belts are in good shape. All the plastics. This car was repainted at some point in the factory color, but it's a very good paint job. Let's go for a ride. Here's one clue about how little this car is being used. It's the last service was done on October 2017, 94,943 miles. Now it's got 95,007. And I probably put 20 miles on it already. For a 95,000 mile car, the tri is very good, very tight. I can't tell if it needs shocks or it's like a very soft, smooth ride. I mean, comparing to the Camaro, the 84 Camaro Z28 that I had, that had a much firmer ride from the factory, for sure. But, I mean, this car still handles good. It doesn't feel like it's not handling good. It's just a little bit smoother. A lot smoother. Shifter feels really good. I assume it's the original one. Really easy, smooth, easy to get into and out of gear. Car has a short power band, sort of between maybe like 1,500 and 4,000. Drives nice and smooth down the road. The brakes work good. Really no issues, no complaints. So what are the plans for this car? What are we going to do with it? Well, at this point, I think I'm just going to drive it around the way it is. It's pretty cool as it is, stock. You could definitely use some mild power upgrades, I would say, to make it more fun. But if I do, you know how I do if you watch this channel, I'm just going to do some mild stock appearing things. Like I was thinking heads, cam, intake, but I do know with the 86s, from what I've read, they have flat top pistons with no valve reliefs, and any change in heads at all or cam could result in piston and valve interference. So obviously that's a bad thing we want to avoid. From what I've read, the twisted wedge trick flow heads are the only ones that you can definitely put on these, I think, without having a problem with bigger valves or anything like that. And as far as the cam, that I'm a little unclear about a cam upgrade. So I'm thinking maybe just do heads, trick flow heads, and maybe a GT40 intake. And that would keep things looking pretty stock under the hood and definitely gain some power. So, and then maybe a cam, if I figure out if that'll actually work and if it's worthwhile to upgrade. Maybe some new shocks. Other than that, car seems pretty good the way it is. I like it. It would just be a little bit more fun, a little bit of upgrade, not looking to do anything radical. So if I do it, it will be on the channel, so please subscribe and shoot me a comment. Let me know what you think. What would you do? What should I do? Should I have not even bought the car at all? But I've always wanted one of these since I was just starting driving. At the time, they were everywhere, and a lot of the guys that drove them were pretty obnoxious. So kind of a scene I had avoided for a long time, but that's all over pretty much now, at least in my circles. So now it's just a fun, nostalgic thing. Car's almost 40 years old. It'll be 40 next year, I think, 2026, right? So thanks very much for watching. Let me know what you would do, and I'll see you next time. Okay, action.
All right. Well, I went out and I rented myself a big truck. It was only about $100, and then I ran into U-Haul and I got something to haul it with, and that was about another $100. And then I had to get up at like leave around 5:45 in the morning and drive all the way to Pennsylvania. And when I got there, I was pleasantly surprised that the car was in better condition than what I expected. Normally, I go and I look at these cars and they're not, you know, what you think they are in the pictures. But this car, I was like, wow, there's really no flaws. There's only one flaw I could find, and it's a little divot right here. But everything else looks so good. So then we had to, in Pennsylvania, apparently you have to go get something notarized. So we had to go notarize things, and then I was yapping away. And then I loaded it up and came home. Could you believe it? They gave me a cover for the car that actually fit the car. That's like $100 cover. And I got like 5 radios that I could go tinker with and try to fix. And now I have to decide how much I want to tinker with it and how much I want to leave it the way it is. But it drives well and everything works, and I'm very pleased.
Wow.
And that is something to document.
Well, it pretty much summed it all up in like a minute and a half versus my 8 minutes of rambling. Good job.
Thank you. I could summarize every video. Problem is, I'd have to sit through all the videos.
Do like a wife version.
The wife was even impressed with this car. Let's just say that.
Yeah, and that is the most rare thing of all.
Yes, it is.
Yes, indeed.
That's the most shocking event of all.
Absolutely.
Because all the problems that you deal with, that's all standard. The fact that you came home happy with the car, that was the surprise.
It was a really good day.
Yes.
Must say. Went better than it could have been hoped for.
Yes. The only bad thing is you had to put a few holes up in the front, but
Yeah.
it'll survive. It's in New York now.
Yeah.
It has no choice.
It has to be this way.
But the best part, well, what added to what's so good about this part is the custom license plate that says EUG, which we can only interpret as Eugene, which is a good name.
What else could it be?
Because all of Anthony's cars, like if you look at this license plate, we call the car Juicy. He had another one that was called Lucid.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter. So BLM, you know, you gotta be aware of what kind of license plate you're getting.
What is CPL?
That's nothing.
All those years you couldn't come up with something?
No. Couple.
I like the year on it, 1987. That's a good.
Oh
that's a
yeah,
good
that
year.
was a good year. That's around the year of this car.
Right.
I would have to.
Hey, you know what?
infer-
I should have taken that plate and put it on my Grand National all these years because that's a 1987.
Really?
Yeah.
But wouldn't the license plate not be period specific?
True, but that is the same style plate that is on the Grand National, which is just a random number.
Oh, okay. Well, then I would have had to memorize another number, which would have sucked for me.
You can only remember one plate number your whole life, right?
No, I've had more than one plate, and I have remembered more than one license plate number, but this one has been like this for a long time.
Yeah.